mushrooms or psilocybin, does it make a difference if you're doing it on an empty stomach or after you just ate some food, or does it not make a difference?
Really depends on the person. It depends on your body, kind of going back to like how everybody is
Yeah.
affected differently. For me, I have to eat something to feel it. Some other people don't. They can take it on an empty stomach. It's really just like, do you take stuff on an empty stomach? Do you take supplements and are you okay? Then yeah, you should be fine. But everybody digests things differently, and I know that I need to be eating something to feel it.
Mm,
So, but taking different things are different. So, like a capsule is basically powder in that little gelatin. That's gonna hit slower than like a gummy does, because a gummy is gelatin, so gelatin will hit your system faster
mm,
um, than a capsule would. Or if you just eat raw mushrooms, it's going to take longer for your body to feel that than a gummy or a chocolate, because that's processed a little bit more and
right.
it's more bioavailable.
I got you. And then psilocybin mixed with like alcohol, is that recommended? Not recommended? Does it mess with the effects of the psilocybin or?
Well, I can't recommend anything. I normally suggest that you don't drink on alcohol. You know, it's hard on your liver, also hard on your stomach, drinking is.
Yeah.
So mixing that with psilocybin, which psilocybin, you need to be having like a good digestive system to be
Mm,
on it. So I really do not suggest drinking
right.
and microdosing. Just definitely staying away from that.
Mm,
If you did have like one drink, it might be okay with some hours in
right.
between. But yeah, if you've exceeded two or
Yeah.
three drinks, and that's a lot of cases where I've had people say, hey, I didn't feel good on mushrooms, and I'm like, well, were you drinking? And they were drinking. So really mixing the two is not really a good idea. um, and that's the whole point of psilocybin, right? It
Right.
helps you maybe not want to drink as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever drank on mushrooms before. I think usually, or the only couple times I've done them, I've had was on an empty stomach. I think I might have had nachos one time.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Not good. Nachos?
No, you want to eat something light before you eat mushrooms.
Nachos aren't light? Like just a couple of bites?
Oh, you just had a couple of
Yeah, I
bites?
wasn't hungry. I just wanted to
Yeah,
eat something because I'm
yeah,
so used to doing them off my with nothing in my stomach. I was like, okay, let me see
yeah,
if it changes it with just a couple of bites.
yeah.
It was the same.
Well, I was just thinking of like nachos have like jalapenos and cheese, and that can be a little hard on your stomach.
Mm,
I usually like to eat something like kind of light, like you know potatoes and meat and
mm,
veggies, or a salad,
mm.
because it's just easier to digest that way.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think last time I did mushrooms was in February,
Hmm.
and I mixed it with. I just had a couple of with no milk, but I just had a couple of spoons of frosted flakes, and then I put some mushrooms in there just to kind of mask the mushroom taste, and it was pretty. That went pretty well for me. That was in February. It was the last time I did it, and it was cool. I try to only do it like once a month,
Yeah.
just because I just don't know much about it. So I just do it once a month and kind of set the day to just be in the house when I'm doing them, and then I'll go outside once they kick in.
Mhm.
What I've learned about a lot of the questions I ask don't pertain to me; they just pertain to whoever's watching. But this
Right.
pertains to me. What I've learned for me when I take them, like I told you, I feel like I want to do a 5K. Um, what I've learned is I like to be able to control my environment when they're
Mhm.
kicking in. So like the lights coming in, the music, TV,
Mhm.
whatever it is, I want to be able to control it
Right.
as my shit is kicking in. And once it kicks in, and I can go outside and
Right.
explore and do all of that. But when I'm taking them and they're kicking in, I don't like to scroll on social media. I don't like to look at
Mhm.
TV screens. I just kind of like to just sit there. I'll put some music on, but I just want everything to be in my control.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just something that I've learned taking the mushrooms because since I don't, I just don't know. Because I only started doing mushrooms when I was 30. I'm 33 right now,
Okay.
so I've only been doing it for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've only probably done them 5 times. But that's one thing I've noticed is I like to have my environment controlled at least till it hits. Because I know you said people party. Like I've heard people go to like raves and shit on
Yeah.
mushrooms. And I feel like that would spaz me out. At least now, once I get more comfortable, maybe that might be a thing. But now I couldn't imagine just being there with all those people and those lights while this shit
Well,
is kicking in. I'm like, oh god, I need to sit down.
mhm,
But like I said, I'm just new to it, so I'm just trying to learn my
yeah.
body. Even smoking weed, I started smoking weed late. Like I was 19 when I started
Uh,
smoking. So
that's still not too late. That's still early.
it is, yeah. I mean, I've been hearing some people smoking like 13, 14. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't even thinking
Oh
about
no, I
that.
started late everything. Like I started smoking at everyone my age was already
It's already
smoking for
doing it, right?
years,
So that's why I just thought I was late to the party because everybody else is already doing it. But I
Yeah.
say that to say, even when I first started smoking, I mean, I don't know the point I was
Yeah.
getting to, but I just kind of just like to watch myself,
Mhm.
and so that's where I'm at with psilocybin now
Yeah.
is figuring out what I like to do. And like I told you, I want to do the water. I've never tried being in water on psilocybin. I think that would be super cool. Or
Mhm.
I don't know why, but getting on a plane or maybe a roller coaster on psilocybin might sound fun. I don't know.
Well, this is where I'm going to tell you you really need to know your dose and you need to get a scale or you need to get a product that does have the dose because if you know your dose, then you will be able to do these things that you might want to do on psilocybin. If you don't, then it's going to be a lot harder to do different activities. So I started by knowing my dose, feeling, and this is what I tell other people is start by microdosing in your own environment, in your own home, see how you feel with the medicine, and then you can see what activities you want to do with it. Um, by me knowing my dose, like the gummy that I make is 120 milligrams. That's 0.12. That's a clinical suggested dose. That's super low, where I know I can take a gummy and go lift. A capsule is 220, so it's 0.22. That's more of a fifth of a gram. You're gonna feel that a little more. A capsule I might want to take snowboarding because I'm there. I'm not really like driving. I'm just kind of snowboarding around. If I, am gonna macrodose and eat a gram, I'm gonna be at my house because I want to be in my yard or I want to be in nature or maybe I'm camping. Uh, if I'm at a rave or at a festival or at a show, I know the vibe, right? If it's a different type of artist and if there's not as bass heavy or something, I'll take like a little gummy, and I'll feel good. If there's gonna be like cool lights and stuff, I might take like a half gram cashew nut cup, like and feel it just enough. But that's the other thing about cacao is cacao gives you natural energy. So a lot of times I like to do psilocybin and cacao when I'm in a social setting. Capsule is going to be a little more like daily functional gummy as well, but the cacao is really nice if you're social because it's giving you that natural energy to like still want to socialize, but not be like too much. So, but like I've eaten 5 grams before. There's no way in hell I'm gonna eat 5 grams at a show or at the gym. I'm gonna take that at home or when I'm camping and I'm not having to do anything and yeah, it was crazy and I just wanted to be outside. I just wanted to be in nature and I just wanted to look at the grass and see everything move and just like see the little rabbits run by and watch my dogs play and hmm yeah, I have done a lot of stuff on a microdose, but on a microdose. Yeah, that was. I mean, it's a little hard for me to be at the zoo, just because I feel bad for the animals and a little uncomfortable. Made me a little uncomfortable. Yeah. So I think me is more nature, like gone a lot of hikes. Colorado is just phenomenal for hiking. And you see the butterflies, you see all kinds of stuff. You see little hedgehogs, and I've done like 14er.
So when you say nature, you say nature, and then would you rather do mushrooms be in nature in the summertime or do mushrooms be in nature?
I don't care. See, I snowboard, and then in the summer I paddleboard. So kayak, like I don't know. I think microdosing has made me just a different person in the sense where I'm like, I hate winter. And now I love winter because I love snowboarding and I love the snow, and the snow is different here. And I love summer. So like I really feel like microdosings make me love every season and like find a hobby for every season for me to be outside in nature.
More of an educational question. Psilocybin doesn't slow down your reaction time, or does it your reaction time?
So it's actually like being shown that it can help you be more perceptive and be able to have more like, I mean, unless you're macrodosing, right? So this is really all depending on your dose. If you're macrodosing, yes, you might be a little slower. If you're microdosing, it actually has been kind of shown, or I've even seen that it can have you what's the word I'm looking for? It's like perceive the future. I'm having a blank. It can kind of help you like foreshadow moves. So like I used to do jujitsu a lot, and you hear a lot of people who do jujitsu professionally. They like to microdose because they can kind of see their opponent's next move. They're more in tune with their body. Um, so really, I mean, I think taking psilocybin, a little microdose, can really help your performance. It's actually supposed to be proven to like help you breathe better, just like cordyceps functional mushrooms breathe better. I give a lot of trainers mushrooms, functional mushrooms, psilocybin, and they can really get more in tune and be more in the competition of fighting. Or like if you're running, you're going to be like, okay, well, maybe that little spot might not be the best because you're thinking differently. So you might see a little like rock spot and you're like, that's going to be rough. And you're kind of premeditating a little bit more on what your next move is, as opposed to being like, oh, this sucks. You should. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it just might just be my body saying,
Well, and it's all about listening to what your body's saying. Everyone, keeps saying it over and over again. Everybody's different. And for me, it's like if I'm coaching someone, I do yoga trapeze, I do hiking, I do kickboxing, I lift, but I'm never in like, okay, you have to like this. You have to like, if you like to run and that's what you want to do, then you should do that, as opposed to forcing yourself to like something. Do what's sustainable, you know. Yeah.
this is topic for one, because all my people back home don't know much about it.
Hmm.
I'm still learning about it.
It's a lot.
So like, yeah, so like some of the questions we'll have are just gonna be like,
Yeah.
like open discussion.
Hmm.
Some I'll have like probably off camera. I'll have like personal questions.
Yeah.
I just want to learn. I just want to know much. And think about moving my mom out here. She wants to try it.
Yeah.
She's sick, but she wants to get into it. So I just want to know much. I want to know as much as I can about it. So when she comes out here,
Hmm.
her dog just passed this week too. So I know she's going through a lot. So I think her birthday's in June. So I'm going to go out there, bring her some,
Yeah.
and sit down and do something with her. So yeah, I just like to just know stuff.
Yeah.
Just make educational content. You just never know what kind of questions people have. You know what I mean?
Totally, yeah. I mean, there's some that I haven't been really asked in like while, but I'm in such a different scene that like I'm so used to the mushroom world, and then I forget that other people aren't part of it. And I will just say like mushrooms all around, fitness, spirit, grief. If you're going through grief, it's beneficial. Like I grew up heavily smoking weed. I think mushrooms are more of the answer. I think mushrooms help with hands down so much, whatever you're going through. Then I have clients that are like, hey, listen, I don't care about the anxiety, depression relief. I don't have anxiety. Like I meet people that are like, yeah, I'm okay, but I need creative workflow. So, Silicon Valley, people like are in businesses, helps them be more creative in their business. It helps people process stuff like grief or divorce or whatever. I think it's amazing. So, I'm really sorry. I have to use the restroom. Is that okay? It's cold. It's cold in here.